Okay, so here we are again. How to explain this? Right, Jaydee, Mark King Supernatural Series 3, Bubblegum Pink. Yeah, I've seen the pictures of it before. I let it go for a little while, and my buddy Brett had it, and I got it back. So, how to explain this base? Well, the way that I understand it, obviously it was made in England. It was originally black, which meant it didn't have a pink headstock. It was just a regular, nice wood finish deal like Jaydee does. And then somebody decided to have it painted pink, including the stock. All the chrome stuff has been matched, the truss rod cover and all that stuff has all been matched in chrome metal, as well as on the back the cavity covers have been done in metal. And you can see there's a chip back there. You can see the black kind of showing through underneath the thick pink paint. Great stuff, huh? Anyway, so what we have here basically is the Series 3 of the Mark King. And there's some tricks this base has. This base is kind of fun. I know some of you have looked at, and Chuckles, you're one of them, and a couple of the others have mentioned they want to see this thing in action. First off, basically this thing has three tones that are workable. I've got the EQ set, a lot of bass, a little more than half the mids and half on the treble. I'm running it through the usual Trace 210 combo, no EQ there. So for all of you who are Mark King fans, this is the reason why we all like these. I don't care what anybody says, Mark King was the first one that was seen with one of these. And I know Jocko had one, a couple of others have popped up. Tony Franklin has a fretless, which is pretty cool. So I've not seen one in this color. Jaydee makes pearl colors in pink, blue, yellow, and green. But this was done by Sims Customs in England. And the reason for that is because it also does this. So as you can see, if I were to turn the lights off in here and we were to walk into a dark room, you could be blinded by this because it's just so bright, because it has magnifier lenses in the dots. The second thing this does is if I go the other direction, it also does that. So it has a sensitivity control, so if I'm playing up here, depending on how light I play, the dots will follow my hand wherever I go. The harder I pluck, the more intense the lights get. Okay, so for now let's turn those off. Basic setup here for Jaydees, you have a volume, the passive active preamp switch, basic tone, 3-band EQ, pickup selector, and of course the extra switch on this one is for the LEDs. This also comes with an XLR in, so if you want to go studio, kind of like a wall, except with a wall you have to actually plug in a 1/4 inch dummy cable to make the XLR work. In this case you just plug it in and go. So again, I've got this thing set basic. So for those of you who are into Mark King, it gives you that tone. Besides that, if I move it up, now I'm using both pickups. It can get pretty boomy when you bring in the front pickup. And then if I go front pickup by itself, also, just FYI for those of you who are Jaydee fans or who like these things, this is an 87 and the original pickups were taken out. These are the S2000s. These are the later pickups that Jaydee came up with. So they're a little bit more gutsy than the original ones. You know, I gave it up once. I won't give it up again. This bass is staying put. So for any of you who even want to ask, don't bother, because it's not leaving me again. I can't find another one like it. I'm not going to try. So I have this one back, and it stays. Anyway, there's a record coming out. That's Bobby Boudreaux and the Thibodeaux. It is a blues kind of funk Zydeco record. I use this on one track. It's called Angry Daughter. If you go to the Facebook page for Bobby Boudreaux and the Thibodeaux, I'm sure that that track will show up at some point, but Angry Daughter is the one that got this bass. So there it is. So if you have questions, ask. For those of you who know what this is, you know that this is the Series 3. Series 3 is kind of the smaller body, and I know it's ironic because it still is pretty good sized. Hopefully somewhere along the way I'll find a Series 1, kind of go with it, and just enjoy the ride, because I've had Series 2 with the funk groove that goes in there, etc. Anyway, I hope you all have a good time, have a good one playing bass, and we'll talk to you soon.